Siddharth Joshi, would like to welcome you all in our English grammar series. This is the second English grammar series, students, and this series is types of sentences series. This is the second video of our types of sentences, students. In our first video, we have discussed about 4 different types of sentences. I have named them, and we have also seen 2 different types of sentences in detail. That was assertive sentences and interrogative sentences. Now, in this second video, we are going to discuss 2 more types of sentences, that is exclamatory sentences and imperative sentences. And moreover, in this video, we are going to see what is called transformation, the types of transformation, and 2 types of transformation in detail. So let's start with our today's video, that is types of sentences. First is exclamatory sentence. Now, first of all, what is called exclamatory sentence, students? That sentence which the sentences which usually show an anger, or what you can say, happiness or surprise or sorrow. Sorrow means sadness, which usually express all these feelings, are known as exclamatory sentences. Now, how to identify? In the previous video which I have told you, that how to identify the types of sentences. So assertive sentences, as I told you, that it's usually it shows general declaration, right, or a daily routine or a universal fact and everything like that. But was there any way of recognition? Yes, obviously, because these sentences usually end up with full stop. So that was a type, or that was a mark of recognition for assertive sentences. Similarly, if you are talking about interrogative sentences, was there any recognition mark? Yes, because usually they end with the question mark. So by the means of punctuation, we can easily recognize these kind of sentences. Here also, as I told you, that usually this type of sentences denote anger, surprise, happiness, sorrow, sadness, etc. So how to recognize them? That these sentences end up with exclamatory marks. This is the sign of recognition for the exclamatory sentence, that these sentences end up with exclamatory mark. This is the sign of recognition. Moreover, how the sentences are framed. So is there any particular word, or is there any particular type, or is there any particular method with which exclamatory sentences are formed? Yes, exclamatory sentences are formed with 2 different types of words, students. Which 2 different types of words? So exclamatory sentences are framed with 2 words, that is what and how. So how to use this particular words? How to frame a sentence with what? How to frame a sentence with how? Let's see. So here is the first rule of what? How to frame an exclamatory sentence with what? So here is the rule, that when there is a use of any article like a or an in a sentence, at that time exclamatory sentence is always formed with what? So let me repeat the rule, students, that how to frame an exclamatory sentence with what. So is there, if there would be a use of any article usually consists of 3 different words, that is a, an and the. But here I am not talking about the. Here only 2 of the articles are mentioned over here. That if any of the sentence has use of a or an, at that time an exclamatory sentence can be formed with what? So let's quickly see an example for the same, students. What an exciting offer it is. So here is, if you can see over here, that an article is used. So that's why before that article an, the word what is utilized. So here is your example of framing an exclamatory sentence with what. Let me repeat the example, students, that what an exciting offer it is, and it's end up with exclamatory mark. Now let's quickly see the second type, second word I would say, how. Now how to frame an exclamatory sentence with how. So here where there isn't any use of any article like a or an, at that time exclamatory sentence is always formed or framed with how. So here again the rule is very clear, students. In the previous word what we have taken, that ultimately when there would be a use of any article in a sentence like a or an, at that particular time the sentence can be framed with what. And here the rule is contradictory, totally opposite, that when there isn't any use of article like a or an, at that time then exclamatory sentence can be framed with how. So let's quickly see an example for the same. How surprising that moment is. So here if you can see that here this particular sentence is also end up with the exclamatory mark. So it is undoubtedly an exclamatory sentence, but there isn't any use of any article like a or an. That's why the word how is used over here. So how surprising that moment is. So here is your both exclamatory sentences example with what and with how. Okay, now let's see the fourth type of sentence, that is imperative sentence. Now imperative sentences are when in our first grammar series, which I would like to recall you that about active and passive, at that time also the use of imperative sentences have come. At that time we have discussed about it, that imperative sentences are such type of sentences where usually it denote an order, a command, request, advice, suggestion, etc. Right? So here also the meaning is same, that this type of sentences usually denote order, command, request, advice, suggestion, etc. But the thing is that in transformation of sentences, means is types of sentences of transformation, over there in this type of transformation imperative sentences are not utilized, are not used. Means in your paper style, whenever there will be a sentence or there will be a question of do as directed, in that do as directed type of questions, this imperative sentences are not used. Imperative sentences are used only in active passive voice and directed indirect. At that particular time it will be utilized, but in types of sentences imperative sentences are not used. So here for your understanding I have kept it, but in transformation it won't be there. So let's see the example of it, of imperative sentence, that is bring a glass of water. So it's an order, right? Bring a glass of water. So now where to use what you can say, what is called an order, what is called a command, that particular guidance or that particular information I have already given you in active and passive voice. So here I am not going to go in detail or in brief about that, when to use order, when to consider an order and when to consider a command. Okay, so these are the rest two types which we have discussed, types of sentences. It was exclamatory sentences and imperative sentences. Now let's quickly see what is called transformation. Now let's come to the transformation portion, students. That what is called transformation? First of all, when a sentence is changed from one form to another form, this process is known as transformation of sentences. Now whatever you see in that question, students, do as directed. Now in that do as directed, whatever would be asked in a bracket, usually you are much aware about that particular type of question, that a sentence would be given and beside the bracket would be given, and in that bracket instruction would be shown or instruction will be given about that what you can say, make complex, make simple, make compound, turn it into a passive voice, change the degree, make negative, make affirmative, make assertive, make interrogative. These kind of instruction you will see in your examination, and you have already seen it in 10th standard. So this type of instructions are called transformation. So what is called transformation of the sentences, students? The transformation of the sentences is changing from one form of sentence to another form of sentence is known as transformation of sentences. Now, what is that in another rule of transformation, students, which is the most, or I would say the crucial most rule here of the transformation is meaning of the sentence should not be changed in transformation process. Now, what we have seen, what is called transformation, students? Transformation is when changing from one particular form of sentence to another form of sentence. So that change we have done or we are going to do, but make sure that the meaning or the sense of the sentence should not be changed. If the meaning or a sense would be changed along with the what you can say form of sentence, then there won't be any meaning of transformation. If meaning would be changed, then definitely you are going to lose your marks. So transformation is all about changing from one form of sentence to another form of sentence without the changing of its meaning or without the changing of its sense. So you have to retain the meaning or you have to retain the sense of the sentence. However, if you change from one form to another, that does not matter, but the matter is you have to retain its meaning or you have to retain its sense. So you have to be very careful, students. Now, how many types are of sentences? So let's see. In types of sentences, we are going to see 6 different types of sentences. So 6 different types of transformation which we are mentioned here with. So how many types of transformation we are going to do in transformation in types of sentences only? Because otherwise, if you see that change the voice which we have done in active and passive, that is also transformation. Simple, compound, complex, it is also transformation. Then change the degree, it is also transformation, right? But here, this types of sentences has how many types of transformation? This is what specifically I have written over here. That there are 6 different types of sentences transformation which we are going to see. That is, first, affirmative to negative. Second, negative to affirmative. That is inverse process. Inverse means affirmative to negative, negative to affirmative. Similarly, third is assertive to interrogative. And fourth, interrogative to assertive, again inverse. Fifth, assertive to exclamatory. And sixth, exclamatory to assertive, that is inverse. So ultimately 6 different types: affirmative to negative, negative to affirmative, assertive to interrogative, interrogative to assertive, assertive to exclamatory, and exclamatory to assertive. So this 6 types of sentences transformation which we are going to see, right? So in this particular video, I have taken first 2 different types of sentences transformation. So let's quickly see them, students. Now first type is affirmative to negative. Now what is called affirmative sentence and what is called negative sentence? Let me quickly give you a recap of the same, students, that affirmative sentences and assertive sentences are a big headache. Headache, I would say, in the context of confusion, because many of the students are not be able to understand what is called affirmative and what is called assertive. They usually don't differentiate between this. But let me quickly give you a recap about what I have shown you or I have explained you in the previous video, and I have also tried to remove that confusion of most of the students, that what is called affirmative. So affirmative and negative are the subtypes of assertive sentences. Now what is called assertive sentences, students? Assertive sentences usually denote any particular general declaration or any what you can say routinal activity, or to show any universal truth, scientific fact, English proverb. All these are assertive sentences. And what is the sign of recognition that this assertive sentences usually end up with full stop? This is their sign of recognition. Now what are the two subtypes of it? Two subtypes of assertive sentences are affirmative, means positive, and negative. Now what is called affirmative sentence? When there isn't any use of negative word in a sentence, that is called affirmative. And what is negative? When there would be a use of negative sentence which makes the whole sentence sense negative, that is negative sentence. So here the affirmative to negative, first transformation which we are going to do is affirmative to negative. So let's see the rules for the same. Affirmative to negative, first transformation rule. So first rule is, see and focus students very sharply, very keenly, because ultimately these rules only would help you out in the transformation. Otherwise you may not be able to understand what you are going to do in the do as directed question. When one particular sentence will be given and beside there is a bracket, and inside the bracket it is written like turn into negative. At that time only adding the negative word won't work, because usually most of the students what they are doing usually, that they just add the negative word in the sentence so that negative sentence will be formed. But it is not like that. What I have told you, you just need to retain the meaning of the sentence. Now if you simply add the negative word, then the meaning will be changed, right? So that you, in that matter, you need to be very careful, students, that not only the addition of negative word, but you need to do something more than that. What more than that? Let's see. First, replace the main verb of the sentence with its opposite verb or antonym. So what do you need to do? In a sentence, when there will be an affirmative sentence will be given, at that time you need to identify what is the main verb in a sentence. That you need to identify, students. And what you need to do, as soon as you come to know about this particular main verb, you need to identify that main verb, and why turn it into a negative. What you need to do, you just need to write the antonym or opposite word of the main verb. What else you need to do? Add the negative word in the sentence. Now what you used to do, or what you can say you are going to do, is adding up the negative word. Now simply add the negative word plus what do you need to do? You need to replace the main verb with its opposite word. So that this typical what you can say process you need to do while turning affirmative sentence into a negative one. Now let me quickly show you the example. From the example only you will come to know, you will get the better idea, students. Now what is the example here? Reena hates to go to school. So now if you see the sentence, then what I told you, that first rule is you need to identify, you need to recognize what is the main verb in the sentence. So Reena is the subject of the sentence, hates is the verb, and to go to the school is object. So here is your verb and it's a main verb. Now what is the main verb and what is helping verb, students? That also you need to be very clear about it. That whenever ism, has have, had, or do, does, did are given in a sentence, these verbs are helping verbs. This helping verb you don't need to change. You just need to change the main verb. Now what change you need to bring over here? That see the rule again, that replace the main verb of the sentence with its opposite verb. Now here if you are talking about hates is the main verb, is the affirmative sentence. Now this affirmative sentence, why it is affirmative sentence? Because in this sentence there isn't any use of negative word. You cannot find any negative word in this sentence. That's why now you need to convert this affirmative sentence into negative. So main verb has to be replaced by its opposite verb. Now hate, hate's opposite word you need to find out. What is the opposite verb of the hate? Opposite verb of the hate is like. Hate means like, if you can say that if you don't like someone, that is called hating. So hate's opposite is like, and what you need to add? You need to add the negative word. So let's keep Reena as it is as the subject of the sentence. Does not, Reena is the name, that's why does is what you can say added over here as a helping verb. Does not is the negative word. Like is the opposite of main verb, and rest of the sentence would remain same. To go to school. So Reena does not like to go to school. Meaning of the sentence is retained over here because the meaning was that Reena ne school jawun nathi gamtu. And if you are talking about this particular negative sentence, so અહીંયા પર Reena ને સ્કૂલે જવું નથી ગમતું. The sentence meaning, the sentence same sense is remained the same, but only difference is that here in this particular sentence there wasn't any use of a negative word, means hates was the only main verb which we have replaced with its opposite like, and we have added does not before like. So Reena does not like to go to school. That is your negative sentence. So isn't it so easy, students? Right? So ultimately this was about affirmative to negative. Now let's quickly see the second type of transformation, students, that is negative to affirmative. Now here in this type you don't need to do much, students, because whatever rules you have followed in affirmative to negative, you just need to do the inverse process of what you have done in affirmative to negative. Means whatever you have done, you just need to do the opposite of the same. You just need to do inverse process. So as soon as the inverse process would be done, again your sentence would be ready. Now rules are the same because it's an inverse process, as I already told you, students. So same rules you are going to see. As in first we are going to see the replace the main verb of the sentence with its opposite verb or antonym, but I have mentioned over here that is inverse process, right? Here we have written add the negative word, but here what I have written remove the negative word. Why we need to remove? Because this is negative to affirmative. One negative sentence would be given and you need to transform it into a affirmative. Now first of all, whatever negative word, not, never, no, whatever it is given, you need to remove that, right? And moreover, what you need to do? You need to replace that main verb with its opposite. So ultimately your sentence, affirmative sentence will be ready. So let's see the example. I have taken different examples, students, because ultimately if I would have taken the same example, then also it was okay, but to give you better idea, I have given you different example. But let's see if, for example, this sentence would have been given, Reena does not like to go to school. This is your negative sentence. Now if you would like to turn it into affirmative, then see the first rule, replace the main verb, like is the main verb, with its opposite. So likes opposite, hates, and does not you need to remove. So here is your sentence ready. Reena hates to go to school, with the retention of its meaning. But I have given you different examples so that this sentence should not be repeated. That's why, to give you better idea, better concept. Students should not eat junk food. This is your negative sentence. Why it is negative, students? Because ultimately the word not is used over here, so that the entire sentence has become negative sentence. Now students should not eat junk food is your negative. Now in order to turn it into in order to transform it into an affirmative sentence, what do you need to do? first rule is you need to identify the main verb. What is the main verb over here? Eat. And you need to remove the negative word not. So not should be removed over here. So yes, and it's what you can say contradictory word or an opposite word or an antonym of it you need to write over here. So students should would remain as it is because you don't need to make any change. Not would be removed, and its main verb, it was the main verb of a negative sentence over here. Opposite of it, avoid. I have written, right? Junk food. So here is your sentence ready that students should avoid junk food. So ultimately, without using any of the negative word, we have transformed the sentence from negative to affirmative with the same meaning that students should not eat junk food, students should avoid junk food. So meaning is same, sense is same, but negative word has been removed and main verb of the sentence eat has been replaced by a opposite word of it, that is avoid. So that's how the process remains the same, but the inverse process has to be done. So I hope that this particular sentence also you have understood it with utmost clarity. Now let me give you the quick recap whatever we have done in this particular video, students. That in this second video we have seen the exclamatory sentences first, exclamatory sentences which usually what you can say shows or denote anger, surprise, happiness, sadness, etc. And they usually end up with the exclamatory mark. Exclamatory sentences are framed with two different words, that is what and how. How to form an exclamatory sentence with what? So when there will be a use of what you can say a or an, at that time what word could be used in exclamatory sentence, and when there isn't any use of an article like a or an, at that time the sentence of exclamatory sentence could be framed with how. Here also imperative sentence, the fourth type of sentences, but imperative sentences usually show or usually denote order, request, command, suggestion, advice, etc. And they also end up with the full stop, but they don't have any kind of a what you can say concern as far as the transformation of the sentences are what you can say there, because they don't play any direct role in the types of sentences transformation, students. That's why. But for your example, I have kept it over here. Then transformation also we have seen. What is transformation? So transformation is changing from one sentence to another form of sentence without the changing of its meaning is known as transformation. Let me repeat, students, the transformation process is the changing of one form of sentence from another to another form of sentence without the changing of its meaning, without the changing of its sense is known as transformation. Now as far as types of sentences are concerned, types of sentences has 6 different types of transformations, that is affirmative to negative, negative to affirmative, assertive to interrogative, interrogative to assertive, assertive to exclamatory, and exclamatory to assertive. So these 6 types of what you can say transformations of types of sentences we are going to see, and then we have taken first two types of transformations of types of sentences, affirmative to negative and negative to affirmative. So nothing you need to do, you just need to replace the main verb of the sentence with its opposite verb, and accordingly you need to add or remove the what you can say negative word as per the demand. So this is all about this particular video, students. I hope whatever I have explained you must have understood, or you what you can say clarified the matter with utmost clarity. So in the next video we are going to learn about 2 more types, right? That is what you can say assertive to interrogative and interrogative to assertive, and perhaps we are going to take the another 2 types in the next video also, that is assertive to exclamatory, and exclamatory to assertive. So till then, stay tuned and thank you so much, students.